Oh my god, okay. Does everything work? I'm unmuted, right? Like I'm alive. Can y'all hear the static that I'm getting? Can y'all hear just the psh? Whatever. I'm starting the game. Ah! It's time. Need to get ready for work.
よく寝た。
I'm gonna get jump scared by the dialogue option.
外もう真っ暗だよね。
I love how the voice acting has like a little bit of static and you can hear it turn on. They didn't do any like filtering at all. Oh, change clothes? Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't even have a bathroom. This place sucks. I eat my breakfast. The breathing after the recording, I love that. This is nice. Not gonna lie though, generally I am pretty scared of the dark, so I am already feeling unnerved just walking in the dark. Ooh, I rarely buy magazines, but I do buy Austin Lee magazines. Yeah, look at him. What a hunky man. Ooh, yep. Stock room. Nothing's gonna happen in here. A slightly less lit area. Oh god, you made it. Huh? There was an old lady that said she saw a man walking down the street with his legs completely bent the other way. Ooh, like an alien. Scary stuff. Only this was a true story. Haha. Ah. Sorry. I'm gonna clock in. Fuck you. Why are you hunched over like that? Like, I'm doing that right now in my chair. I don't need to do that. Ooh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, I can zoom? Bye. Hello? Is there a customer? Hello. Hate that. I hate automatic doors.
I want waffle from.
Oh, hello? Dear customer, I am here to serve. Oh, hey! Kinda late for delivery man this time, huh? I think this is for you. Fuck no, I ain't taking that shit home. Oh, I thought my choice mattered here. The fact that I see the VHS tape? God, please. Watch closely? What if I watch distantly? What if I... This one might actually make me cry. I'm not gonna lie. The streetlights are so much dimmer. God, it's so dark. Hey, good news is if it's this dark, I won't be able to see a jump scare. I hate this. It's just walking in the dark, but it's awful. Hey, I heard you reported that the doors would open on their own. I did. I thought I was just going crazy and I glitched the game. No, that was intentional. Well, we got a guy to check the sensor and it seems like the wirings were loose. Those aren't real after all. Please punch it. No, I'm going home. Fuck you. Ah, bro. Oh my god, he means business. Look at that walk. Look at him. He's strutting. Hey, I'm in a hurry. Could you please fetch me 5 cans of beer and a pack of cigars? Hurry up. Jesus, get it yourself.
自分で取ってきてよね。
Customers are the worst sometimes. What the f— He ate it on out of here so fast I barely got to look at him. Was he the bent leg boy? Was he bent leg boy? You gotta be bent leg boy. Keeps playing. I'm gonna bend his legs myself. What should I have for dinner? I'm looking at one of these bento boxes. They're $4.98. It's pretty good. It's like half my paycheck. It's raining today, bro. That sucks. Should have my breakfast. No breakfast? No brekkie? I'm saying no brekkie. Please, no. That wasn't that bad. This is some heavy rain. Shot! Shot! You know, this rain's loud enough that if something jump scares me, I won't hear it. I feel like I hear something breathing. Like I hate the dark. I'm gonna die on this bridge, I'm convinced. Where's my coworker? Is he pooping? I'm gonna beat your fucking ass and kill you. God. Someone's been sending you VHS tapes? Sounds like a perfect idea for a horror flick. It's probably just a prank. I doubt it's anything. I mean, come on, it's just a video. This is sparkling water, I promise you. Hey, I think I need to call in a leak in our roof. Yeah, our roof is leaking. It gave up. My persistence. I just don't turn around. I just keep clicking. Everything will be okay. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm so scared. Is this actually a customer? Yes. Hello. I'm Hamada. Something wrong with the air conditioning? The boss seemed desperate in keeping the food fresh. Hate to be working this late, but he pays me well, you know. Don't mind me. I'll just quickly check the outside units and head right out. Why is he dressed like a doctor? Anyway, my condolences to Hamada. He's dead. He's fine. Customer? Hello. Where did she go? Did y'all see that fucking kid? Did y'all see that fucking kid? Motherfucker broke down the caution signs. I like how this camera is the only one without a filter. Like, this is so clear and crisp, and then this one is just like that. This one's like that. But this one, golly, can I see? Ah. What? You know, everything has its flaws. It's a powerful reflection. It sure is. But I think it's because the walls aren't real. Fine, I'll go check out the stupid broken caution. What if I don't check out the spooky noise? What about that? What if I value my life and just sit in the back room? It's not my job. Oh, is that the bathroom? Did she clog my bathroom? I can't believe it's raining in the bathroom. Damn, are you losing in League that badly? Imagine the ghost already gone because they took so long to get onto the CCTV. Break my camera? My nice clear camera? Is that why that camera was so clear compared to all the other cameras? Because there's a jump scare in this one. That's crazy, dude. No wonder we got the higher resolution camera. Oh, it's time to clean. Man, my boss is gonna be mad at me. Do I need to toss these? Man. Thank you for following. I hope you enjoy the fact that I'm a little bitch. Oh. Mickey. No way, bro. Just want to say, guys, it was nice knowing you. I think this is the end of our journey. Like, right here, I think this is the end of the game. It was only 2 nights, but we did great at this job. Exercise the door. Yeah. What if I just don't do that? Oh, this is the manager. What if I just don't turn around? The noises get worse. We love when the noises get worse. Oh, cool. What a nightmare. Was it all a dream? That's what we're gonna say it is? Because you didn't have breakfast yesterday or today. That's why you're hallucinating. Oh, what's this? Watch closely? I think the fuck not. I'll be over here if you need me. Oh, cool. Cool. Let's go to work. Let's just go to work. Nothing's gonna attack me on the way to work. Is it quieter tonight or is it just me? Like, I know we just had the rain, so it sounds a lot quieter, but I feel like it was noisier before. Tonight's the night I get thrown off the bridge, isn't it? I should have explored the town my first night. That's what I should have done. I was too scared. But now it's definitely too scary. It was a lot brighter the first night, too. I get yinked. I want to say yoinked and yeeted, but instead I said yinked. Do you think at some point she's like, man, I'm praying this ghost yeets me off this bridge so I don't have to go to work? She's my coworker. Well, I guess I'm not working today. I think I'm dying today. Why aren't the shelves stocked? Ah! No! Yeah, he's just walking around like he owns the place. Oh, I got my high-res camera back. Oh, those are all TVs on the shelves. The store is stocked. Never mind, we're an electronics store now. Turn on the TV. I fucking guess. A job to do. No! Bro! Is this actually a puzzle? I think this is a puzzle. I have to look at where the kid stops. Yeah. I'll look at the CCTV. I'll watch where the kid actually goes. Where is he? He's at that top TV. First aisle. Last aisle. Last TV? He goes to the back. That TV? I think it's the bottom shelf. Okay, I got it. Which one was it? I don't remember. I want to say it was this one. This is a pain. This is awful. Is this one? Oh. This is hell. I'm literally in hell. Just look it up. No, I'm gaming. Alright, you guys ready to get back into the horror part? Your leg's broken, buddy? Sorry, Mom. I swear I didn't push him. Hmm? What? Huh? Hello? Excuse me? Is there a customer? Oh. No? What? What do you mean, are you sure?
Wow, that sounds like a really good deal.
Are you sure? Yeah. I was sickened by the whole situation. I sealed the VHS tape carefully and decided to send it off to the sender. Fortunately, the sender's address was on the box. When I was done preparing to send it off, I felt my tense shoulders relax. Too much had happened in a short span. My mind couldn't keep up. I knew I had to rest, but I couldn't fall asleep. Everything about the store terrified me. Inevitably, I had to sit down on a chair to clear up my head. What did I see? Was everything I witnessed even real? I was scared. I knew I had to know the truth. I wanted to know what had happened and why. So I turned to the internet about the store. I found a few old articles and forums talking about the location of where the building was made. One comment on a strange forum stood out to me. It said, there seemed to have been some gruesome killings at the property. I searched for the same user's comments. In 2009, there was a case where a man who was the mainstay of the family committed a murder-suicide. I determined to investigate the incident. September 14th, the man killed his child with a kitchen knife while his wife was off to a grocery shopping to a local supermarket. When the wife came back, it said that she was killed in an extreme way. He then hung himself on the same day. They say that the woman was pregnant at the time of her death. The woman was killed with several nails punctured onto her along with her child in her stomach. I wanted to throw up from the obscene images, but I knew I had to continue. There was a guy that replied to the comment said that he worked at the same place as him. According to him, the man was often harassed by his boss at work, and he had complained to several colleagues, and on the day of the incident, it is said that he had an emotionless face. Imagining what the family had gone through, depression and hatred occupied my head. It was very painful. With tears in my eyes, I closed the internet gently and called the manager to talk about everything I experienced during the night shift and what I discovered. However, the calls were never picked up. It was the same over and over again. Then I received a phone call from Mr. Hosso, a franchise leader who I had never met. I had a bad feeling about it. Then with a shivering voice he said, "The manager is dead." I couldn't breathe. So it wasn't a dream. And when I asked about the place where it was found, Mr. Hosso said there was an old storage behind a convenience store and he was found there after a day of his death. I dropped my phone. I quit my part-time job with a broken feeling. After quitting, I would avoid going near the convenience store whenever I could, because every time I passed in front of the store, I would always feel a sharp stare towards me and I wouldn't be able to help but to try and pass as quickly as possible so as not to look at the building. A day later, the store had closed down. The reason seems to be due to poor management, but further details were not publicized. At that point, I didn't have the means or the courage to examine it anymore. After a while, the memories of the convenience store started to haze down a bit. One day, as I passed by the now closed-down store, I heard a child's voice. There I saw the woman. When I looked in my hand, I had picked up one of the rusted nails that had fallen off in the middle of the site.
Bye, have a great time.
I did it. Honestly, it was fun. I had a good time. How much fun did you have? Honestly, I don't know. I can't tell. All I know is I was scared out of my mind.